Hello, dear students. I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, KRT Arts, BH Commerce, and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College, Nasi. Dear student, today in this SYBSC's semester 3rd class geography first, it is environmental geography. We are going to discuss very important subtopic of the first chapter. Today we have a lecture number 9. In this lecture we are going to discuss the very important subtopic, that is structure of ecosystem. Dear student, before understanding the structure of ecosystem, let us revise what we have seen in our previous lecture. Dear student, we are discussed in the last lecture about concept of ecosystem. You know that A.J. Tansley, it was the British ecologist, the first time explained a very detailed information about the concept of ecosystem in 1935. Dear student, the ecosystem word, it is a combination of the two words that are eco and system. The word eco is related to the environment, whereas the system word is related to the interacting groups. Then we have also discussed the definition of the ecosystem, especially definition that are given by the various scholars or the ecologists. It includes A.J. Tansley, A.M. Woodbury, A.P. Odum, and last but not the least, F.R. Horsburgh. Very simple definition of the ecosystem. A complex relationship between all living and non-living things interact with each other is known as ecosystem. That was discussed detailed in the last lecture. Dear student, for today's lecture, we have the study objective or the learning objective, very simple, that is to discuss the structure of ecosystem. So let us see what are the factors that are included in the ecosystem. Dear student, you know that all ecosystem structure include the mainly two components, that are abiotic and the biotic components. The structure of ecosystem not only include this component but also the relationship that we have observed around us in environment, that are the part of ecosystem. Let us see at a glance what are the main components of the structure that are we found or that we observe in the ecosystem. The first factor or the component that are abiotic components, or it is also known as the non-living factors. It includes such as soil, sunlight, water, nutrients, the climate, topography, and lot of things that are created by the nature itself, that are part of the natural environment or the physical environment we have around us, that are play a very important role in the structure of ecosystem. Then we have the second very important component, that are biotic components, or it is also known as the living factor. It includes especially the producer. It means all the green plants that we have around us as a part of environment, they are included in this category. Then we have the consumer, such as the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and other type of the consumers that are part of the ecosystem. Last but not the least, that are the decomposer. Here, all the microorganisms play a very important role as a decomposer in ecosystem. So let us see one by one in detail. First, let us discuss abiotic or non-living component. The first component that is as a very important of non-living component, that is soil. Dear student, you know that soil is the loose material which form the thin surface layer of the earth. It is the foundation of basic ecosystem function. It provides medium for all the green plant to grow. Then we have the second very important component, that is atmosphere. The mixture of gases that surround the earth is known as atmosphere. It is important component of an environment. Then we have water. Water is also very important part of the abiotic environment. Water is an inorganic, transport, tasteless, odorless, and nearly colorless chemical substance. It's a play important role in ecosystem. Dear student, you know that all the living things require the water for their survival. Then we have another important abiotic factor, that is temperature. Temperature is the important factor of the climate. Temperature is a physical quantity that expresses hot and cold. Then we have the another important part of the abiotic component, that is rainfall. A fall or shower of the rain is known as a rainfall. Rain is a liquid precipitation. Then we have very important abiotic factor, that is sunlight. Sunlight is a portion of the electromagnetic radiation given by the sun. And one thing I would like to share here is that all the plants need sunlight to grow and make their own foods. That is very important for the function of the ecosystem, also in the structure of the ecosystem. Then we have also the other abiotic factors such as minerals. Minerals is a naturally occurrence in organic solid with a definite chemical composition. We have other things, maybe the part of the topography that we have, or the part of the physical environment that we have around us. So all these abiotic components play a very important role in the structure of the ecosystem and for the functioning of the ecosystem. Dear student, let us discuss the biotic component, or it is also living components. The first, that is the producer. Then we have consumers. I just mentioned we have various type of the consumers, maybe primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumer, and the other consumers. Then last but not the least, that is decomposer. Dear student, decomposers are also play a very important roles like other biotic factors. So let us discuss abiotic components in detail. I just mentioned that there are two main type of the abiotic component. The first is autotrophic component, such as producer. Here, all the green plants that are we observe around us, that are the part of the autotrophic component. Then we have the second category of biotic component, that is heterotrophic component. It includes especially consumers and decomposers. So let us discuss the one by one in detail. Dear student, you know that producers are the green plants in every ecosystem. All the green plants produce their foods, therefore they are called as the producer. The green plants are only living thing on the earth that can be make their food. This is a very important characteristic of the producer, because this feature we don't observe in other biotic factor in the ecosystem. So therefore they play a very important role. All the producer, it may be any green plants, play a very important roles in ecosystem. In ecosystem, producer are organisms that create the food from the inorganic matter. Especially in last lecture we have already discussed about the photosynthesis process. With help of this process, all the green plants make their own fruits, and that are used for the other consumers. Then we have the consumer. Dear student, you know that a living thing that eats plants and or animals is called as consumers. They cannot produce their own foods, but they live on the food which produced by the green plants. I just mentioned about that was the special characteristic that we have observed in all the green plants. Dear student, the consumers can be categorized into the four categories. So let us discuss one by one. The first, the primary consumer. A very simple definition of the primary consumer. The consumers which are directly feed on the green living matter are known as a primary consumer, or the primary consumer, also known as the herbivores. The best example of primary consumers are cattle, deer, rabbits, grasshoppers, and butterflies, and so many consumers that we observe around us. They are the part of the ecosystem and play the important role as a primary consumer in ecosystem. Then we have a second consumer, that is secondary consumer. Here also a very simple definition of the secondary consumer. The consumers which feed only on the other animals are called carnivorous, or the secondary consumer. And dear student, the best example of the secondary consumers are foxes, owls, seals, and frogs. These are all the example of the secondary consumer. I just mentioned that these consumer also called as the carnivorous. They are also play a very important role in the function of the ecosystem. Then we have the tertiary consumers. The consumers which feed only on secondary consumers are called as the tertiary consumer. Dear student, one thing also about the tertiary consumer that they are also called as the apex carnivorous. The best example of these tertiary consumers are tiger, leopard, and eagles. Then last but not the least, the last category of the consumer, that is omnivorous. Very simple definition of the omnivorous consumer. The organisms which can feed on a plant food as well as on a meat of animal depending upon the availability of the food are called as omnivorous. And for your kind information, the human being eat both plants and animal, hence the man is called as the omnivorous. And the other example of the omnivorous are bears and some birds. They are also have a same characteristic, therefore they are also known as the omnivorous. Dear student, then we have the last very important part of the ecosystem that are included in the structure of the ecosystem. It is a decomposer. A decomposer is an organism that decomposes or the break down organic matter such as the remain of the dead animals are called as decomposer. These are small consumers and popularly known as decomposer. Dear student, one thing I would like to add here is that they are small in size. Therefore, they are called as the microorganism. But don't forget, they are also equally important like other biotic components. They feed upon the detritus matter or the dead bodies of the autotrophic or the heterotrophic organism. It may be the dead bodies of the primary consumer, secondary consumer, or tertiary consumer, or it may be the dead part of the all the green plants. Each and every that dead bodies or the dead matter that we have observed around us, on this they play a very important role in this process to decompose this all the dead material or the dead bodies of the various consumer. So therefore, they are very important for us. The best example of the decomposer are the fungi, the bacteria, and various microorganisms that we have around us. So therefore, these are the about the structure of the ecosystem. Dear student, in next lecture, we are going to discuss very important subtopic of the first chapter, that is trophic level and food chain. So don't forget to listen next lecture. So still goodbye. Okay, thank you.